Good evening and welcome to Strange Days, a show where people are invited to call in for support and conversation. Our goal is to foster a sense of connection and understanding, allowing listeners to relate to the stories and feel less alone, while the host provides feedback and support to the callers. My name is Mac. I'm the host, a disabled, neurodivergent, cisgendered gay man, playing through games on the stream while waiting for an audience to form. If you want to call in or chat and need my attention, I have no problem pausing. And if you're here for the gameplay or the vibes, that's cool. But without further delay, let's play. How is everyone doing tonight? It's Thursday, I believe. I have lost track of time as migraines do that to me. But here we are again. As I said, I hope everyone is doing good. I apologize for being absent. I try not to be gone for that long, let alone at all. But I am back. And we're getting back into it. I was here this morning, albeit a little short term, for a shorter session. But we'll get back into things a bit more of the traditional sense now. Okay, so now that I'm back and getting back into the swing, I'm still a little frazzled. My brain is still a little fried from said migraine as I'm trying to recalibrate, reorient, and trying to get back into it. As per usual, I will also be trying to remember what it was I was doing. So I remember I successfully defeated the last of the boss guys, which means I will have to go back through one more time to get the eye to give to Plimbo. And I'll have to do his shenanigans as I always do because they're always needy little guys. Sure. Because they always want to go back through their territories and they always want to get re-motivated and, oh, they want to go back through and recollect their missing parts, their throat, their ears, their eyes, their head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Why are you all sleepy? Go to sleep. Oh, weird. All right. So, Shamura and I did not barter much. In truth, they needed little from me. Truly, 'twas a shame what became of them. So you have completed your task, Red Crown. The bishops are trapped no longer. What comes of them now is not of my interest. Though what becomes of yourself, many a deity I have bartered with their designs, ones I have seen repeated through the millennia. Your designs, however, very interesting. As such, I offer you a boon, a cementing of our new undertaking. This shrine is carved in the likeness of a god with whom I once bargained. May it remind you of the role which you must now fill. Okay. It's a decoration. Great. Does it do anything other than be decorative? Infant God, by your influence, this land is changing, 'tis true. The laws of this world and even the next have become malleable. Yet the ether, having flowed in one fashion for many an age, shall not be diverted so easily. That which seems still runs deep. There is much yet to uncover. God tears remain. Do not allow complacency to take root. Cool. So I can say crazy words now. Yet you have shown yourself to be a worthy deity. Take your rightful place amongst the pantheon as you have earned. All hail the Lamb. All hail the God of Death. Ooh, God of Death Fleece. When resurrecting, gain 2 diseased hearts. Okay. Doesn't seem very divine. The fact that it can still be killed. Oh. That was unexpected. I still had much to do. There are still things to be done. It also sort of forced me into it. Yes, yeah, I've got tears to turn in. Thank you very much. I don't need those anymore. Stop giving them to me. Demonic necklaces are not very good. I'll take the tarot cards, though, until they're all gone. Move 2 rows forward on the adventure map. I don't really need that, though. That, like, hurries me through, and I don't necessarily need that. Oh, no, they're all gonna go to sleep now. Never mind. Guess we won't do a drum party. Oh god, this thing's huge. I don't know why they're sleeping on the ground and not sleeping in, like, a normal thing. Nope, not what I wanted to do. I want the box to put seeds in. Wait, where's the little mushroom man? You should go sleep in a bed, not on the floor, but okay. I know if I wake you, I'm going to get negative traits for it. So, whatever. Let's do the new rules for CN. So I wonder if they feast, if everybody feasts on one and they all gain sin, or if it's one person feasts on one. Followers feast upon a chosen follower, generating sin but lose 40 faith. This is unaffected by a cannibal trait. Let's not do that. At least right now. Because I wonder if it's just going to give some level of sin and not like a full rank of it. We'll have ourselves a little drum circle. All right. Loyalty. Go eat those eggs. And now I need to feed people because the cook is not feeding them fast enough. Food, food, food. Gotta feed them food. Nom, 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 nom. Two kits in my claws, a gift. I did not want him to be lonely. Okay. I suppose that makes perfect sense. In one way or another. I guess. Food, food, food. Making some food. Cook, cook, cook. All right. All that's going. Now to go do the mushroom thing. To go find Sozo's mushroom folk. And drop black ichor on hit. Ow. Not cool. Oh. Dead enemy bodies explode, damaging other enemies. Relics deal double damage. Relics start uncharged. Let's go up. Overall weapon damage increased by 1.2 times. I chose poorly. Okay, well, we cleared this area, so moving on. Yep, gotta go get the follower. So go rescuing the mushroomman. Okay. Ooh, a new tarot card. Gain an extra 2 heart. Oh, they were brothers. Okay. I guess I'll take the money. Let's go. Lapless dice, 50% chance to become invincible for 10 seconds, or 50% chance to gain a blue heart. Fragile. Sure. Okay. That was fun. Choo-choo. More tarot card. When hit down to half, heart deal 2. Curses consume 50% less fervor. We'll go with that in hopes that I get a better curse, because the sword curse sucks. I mean, this gun isn't doing much better either, but I guess I'll take this triple blast. But yeah, no, it looks like we're not going to get better options. This sucks. No, thank you. Oh, no sin. Cotton seeds, gold nugs. I guess I'll go with the gold nuggets. I mean, that could have gone better. It also could have gone worse. I don't know what that was because nothing happened. Is that because my alerts box is not high enough up? So I apologize to whoever that was. Oh, Tico, thank you for the follow. I apologize. My alerts box was not high enough up. I need to move that above my cam box, cam window, because I have done some rearranging recently. Oop. That should fix it now. But thank you for the follow. I apologize for it not being high enough up. Because I also recently switched from one notification system to another, and I'm still doing a heck of a lot of updating and modifications, and because, you know, there's so many different services, and it's always hard to decide on which service is which. But hello, and welcome to the chat. How are you this evening? Ugh mug. Okay. You really want to play this game, Cult of the Lamb? It's interesting. This is my second attempt, I would say, at playing it. And if I'm being honest, the furthest I've gotten, which I guess would be the official full playthrough. I don't have all the DLCs, sadly. And my partner has offered to buy the latest DLC on it, but I keep telling him no. Because of the reasons that we've talked about. Mostly just because I'm trying to keep costs down. But he's like, but it, you know, it's for your stream. And I'm like, but it's still like $15, $20 that I don't need to spend right now. And he's like, but it's the stream. And I'm like, but the stream doesn't make any money. So like, I can't rationalize it. I'm like, it's not right now. Not right now. So like, it's a thing. Like he's trying to be so supportive, and I really appreciate it, but it's still a thing. Yeah. It's the same argument here. Like I qualify for affiliate, but I haven't actually signed up for it because it would jeopardize my unemployment right now. And it's the main reason why like I haven't like done that yet. You never heard back from Twitch? Oh. Yeah, it's obnoxious. Thankfully for my area, it's fill out the paperwork and then basically it's approved. But the company I worked for was a reasonably sized company, and the layoff was also fairly sizable. And all the people that got laid off formed like this little support group. And so not to I always hate telling the story because it always sounds like I'm trying to like, well, it doesn't sound like it, but I always hate telling the story because I don't ever want it to sound like that. Yeah, we're trying to avoid having to lean on those kinds of things because I don't want to take the food assistance from people who need it. So I'm only trying to use the assistances that we absolutely need. But the company, the situation, the circumstances when I got laid off were incredibly unfortunate. And I'm always hesitant to tell the story just because of it. It always sort of sounds like really terrible and ugly. And I don't ever want people to think that I'm trying to like one up or I don't know how to phrase it. Like, I'm sure that there is like a modern way to frame it, but so when I got laid off, I was currently on medical leave for surgery. I was having a tumor removed, and they called and left a voicemail the day I was getting transferred out of the ICU into general, general stay at the hospital, to tell me that that they wanted to talk to me about my layoff. And the surgery was it's fine. I'm okay. Well, relatively okay now. Like, I have some issues, but it's not a big deal. It's just inconvenient. It was an inconvenient situation. And so I was released from the hospital. They moved me from medical leave to administrative leave. And then they laid me off, blah, blah, blah. So I took a few months to recover because it was brain surgery. It was non-cancerous. It was just an acoustic neuroma. So like, I am now half deaf. And I do have balance troubles, blah, blah, blah. That's not the whole point of the story. The point of the story, it was to talk about the layoff and how long it took me to get to the unemployment part. So I took like 3 or 4 months before I actually got involved in the unemployment, because the recovery time took a long time for me to kind of get active in the unemployment process and get involved with this group of people from my company that were all laid off. And so when I got involved with them, I started going to this group that meets in person once a week, and they're very, very active. And basically they bullied me to sign up with unemployment. They were like, no, you need to sign up with unemployment because that's how you get counted. That's how the job numbers show that there's unemployment, which is sort of dumb if you think about it, because if you're not registered with unemployment, which you can only be signed up for so long, you're not counted, which is dumb, because after your unemployment runs out, you don't get counted in the jobs numbers. And I think that's crazy. But there should be no pressure in either case. Like it is spoons. It does require spoons. And I'll be honest with you, I have good days and I have bad days because it's a lot. I do have after effects from that surgery. I have really bad migraines. Like I had migraines before, but they don't compare to the ones that I have now. I have balance trouble. I now have repercussions from the medication I'm on for my migraines. I have a lot of issues from that. See if I can get anything. I got let go in July though, so I'm also scared that they're going to look at me like idiot. No. So don't fret that. So I got laid off in April of last year. And then I didn't apply for my unemployment until August, I think. So you have quite a while to apply for unemployment. I don't remember how long it is. Well, it depends on your state too. I don't know what state you're in. But it never hurts to call and ask. But even if that's the case, in the state that I'm in, we're even allowed to reapply 1 year after our initial application to get back on unemployment. And so we can go back on it. It's disruptive. Thankfully, my brain tumors are not like brain matter type. Mine were strictly auditory. So like they just basically removed all of my ear parts, except for my cochlea. I now have a cochlear implant. But despite what the audiologist says, the cochlear equipment shouldn't mess with my migraines or my balance, but they do. So I don't like wearing it very often. I try to, but it disrupts, like, it makes me feel funny. So I try to wear it, but it's weird. It's weird. If you see me stream and I'm not wearing this, and like, if I'm not wearing this headset and I'm wearing something without this, like if I'm wearing something that you can see, like I'm not wearing a headband, I'm usually wearing my cochlear equipment, because I try to wear it, but it's disruptive sometimes. But the little brain icon on screen, it usually means that I recently had a migraine, and so like my cognitive function is a little disrupted. So like that little guy right there, that's me having recovered. But I know what it's like. I've struggled lately, having worth and value, and whether or not sometimes like I deserve anything, or whether or not like I feel like I should be eating food, or whether or not like I feel like I should do things. Oh, like it's so weird too when you learn about like the physiology of the brain or the skull and understand that like your brain has like internally has no pain receptors. Like there's no pain receptors in there. So how does it hurt so bad? Where does the pain come from? It just boggles my mind. That it all comes from like the surface area, like the subarachnoid space and the surface space, and just the fact that the pain comes from remote spaces and it transfers. But it's hard. Streaming has helped me a lot because it gives me something to focus on. It allows me to think about something else I should be doing. It also helps me to like focus on skills and things that I haven't focused on in a long time. Video editing, social media. It helps me to focus on other people too, because I've wanted to talk to people. It allows me to think about helping them rather than just focusing on myself. It was really awkward starting because when I very first started, I was just literally sitting in front of the camera talking at it. No games, no anything else. It was just me and the camera talking. So if you've had migraines, do you have like anything that triggers them? Or just like, were they just like really, really, really bad headaches? And do you get auras? Oh. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I know how bad joint pain can be. I've been in several bad car accidents. 5 herniated discs in my back, but thankfully I have nerve damage, so like I don't really notice, but oof. That's so I know that migraines have different like impetus, and so like you can have different sources or causes, and yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Thankfully my migraines normally they're crippling and I take my medication and they're crippling until the medication kicks in and then they go away. But this last round we're resistant and I just kept going and going. It was like the Energizer Bunny. It just wouldn't stop. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It's agony. They're just bad. It's funny though, because it was one of those moments where, like, so I had an appointment with the headache. I got in with a headache clinic, and so I had one of my follow-up appointments today, and I just got out of my migraine this morning, and it was just like well timed. So when I got there today, I was like, yeah, I just had an episode yesterday for 2 days straight, and they were like, oh. And it was, but they've been happy with the results so far, because they've had me on a new medication regimen. And let me tell you, going to specialists, I've not had great results, but with this headache clinic, the specialists have been really good. Granted, they want to cut back on my medication, and I'm nervous about it, but yeah, sorry. Whew, tangented hard there. Sorry about that. So with the jaw, like, is that been lifelong, or is that something that happened as an incident? And as I've said to many people before, you are welcome to share as much and as little as you'd like. You don't have to mention or talk about anything you don't want to. I had an ex who ground his teeth, and it didn't cause a lot of jaw problems at the time, but I imagine it might in the future. But I can understand what that might be like and what that might cause. I'm sorry to hear that that's causing you trouble. Have you sought to rectify it? Like, have you sought anything to offset the problem? I mean, I understand that the damage may be done, but are you at least offsetting it presently? Right. I mean, at least it's something, it's a start. Like, my dentist has told me that I have a lot of old fillings and I have cracks in my teeth, and I'm probably going to need several root canals, which terrifies the bejeebus out of me. And it's going to be very expensive. This was all back when I still had insurance and had a job. And we were working on developing trust because I have a tremendous fear of dentistry. And we were working on developing that trust. Then my dentist got transferred out of that practice. And so I was working on developing trust with the new dentist, and then I got laid off. So a lot of things got put on hold, but in the interim, we put me on a night guard to help protect my teeth in the process. So even though I'm without insurance now, I still wear the night guard in order to protect my teeth, in order to kind of stopgap. So it's just a measure to kind of protect things between now and then. So it helps to kind of just sort of do what you can with what you've got for right now. Oh gosh. Yeah, so that was one of the things that I also took care of right before. So it's funny, I had my wisdom teeth extracted right before. So the same, was it last year was 25? So the year before last year, so 2024, I had my wisdom teeth taken out. I had been putting it off for so long because they stop being in the way. So this wisdom tooth is still here because I had the molar taken out and the wisdom tooth grew in to fill its spot. So this one's still here and is fine. These ones, I had these two taken out and this one clipped in 24. Because they were all growing in sideways. This one grew in diagonally. No. This one grew in diagonally. And they've been that way for so long, but all the dentists were like, oh, you need to get them taken out. You need to get them taken out. And I'm like, but they haven't done anything. Like, they've been that way for years and years and years. And I mean, like a decade, years and years. But finally, I had really, really good insurance and a really good job. I had really good money. And I was like, fine, we'll just get it taken care of. And so I just had it done. And they clipped the one down here because it was really far down and it was right next to the jaw. And they didn't want to like pull it. So they clipped it and left the base in there or whatever. But yeah, wisdom teeths are they're a monster. It's the whole teeth thing is just a frustration. I had bad luck with dentists when I was younger. I don't like my teeth. Wouldn't that... See, I feel like we should have a talk with the universe about how our bodies should work like starships in Star Trek. And we should just have like the ability to talk with the engineering department and be like, hey, we're having a problem with the urinary tract. Could we just stop passing the stones? Or, hey, we're having like, just talk to the departments or the divisions or the organs and like, just, could we have a direct line of communication? That'd be great. That would be a great start. I would love to be able to just function like we're supposed to. But I have a feeling that is not in the cards. As much as I would love it to be the case, I have a feeling that is not how biology sorts itself, because reasons. Honestly, because it hates us. I mean, in all honesty, I just wish that like really puts in perspective modern medicine, you know, like, okay, yeah, people used to just die. Yeah, it does. It does. Because it's the simple things. Like, that's why people used to have so many kids, because people just, I mean, birth rates. It's how people, you know, like why people had so many, because the infant mortality. It's terrible to think of it that way, but that's how it's how that worked. But at least we have Wi-Fi toothpaste. Yeah, we have Wi-Fi for now. I mean, at the rate things are currently going, I am very, very concerned where tech is going. But I'm trying really hard not to think about that. I know I am trying very hard not to be pessimistic. I'm hoping that major foundations are going to step in and we're going to see big shifts. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm hoping to see something happen because I'm worried. Yep. It is. It is. It is. It is very hard. But it's also good to see that not everybody is asleep at the wheel. It's also good to think that the public is listening. Like when Discord made the announcement and people started to push back, and like I didn't hear enough pushback. Like when TikTok made the announcement and everybody started complaining and TikTok happened, like there wasn't anything we could do about TikTok. I understand that. I'm nice to my technology though, so when the robots do rise up against us, I hope to be favored. My name is Snowball because my fur is soft and white. I would like to think that I'm nice to my technology too. Like I do tend to say thank you and please to the chat GPT when I use it. But I also don't identify myself to the chat GPT, so it might not know me. I'm just hopeful. But I also come from the branch of like hope for the best and plan for the worst. So like I'm already like cleaning up my digital footprints and, you know, prepping for secured thumb drive or secured hard drives and encryption and like, I don't know. Cleaning things up, prepping things just in the digital space, just trying to make sure things are tidy, neatened. Because I don't know. I also have the time right now. So like I might as well while I have the time. I've been meaning to do it for years. I just never got around to it. also have like a ton of tech, like literally. So one of the things that the reason why I got into streaming is I spent nothing to do this. All of the tech that I put together to do this is literally just stuff I had laying around. Because I'm a technophile, so like I'm just like, why not? Like the webcam, the monitors, keyboard, stream deck, controller, boom, microphone. It's all stuff I just had. I used to own a computer repair business, so I have like extra crap laying around beyond that. So I'm like, meh, why not? I have junk. Like the original streaming I did was on a spare computer that wasn't even my gaming rig, because originally I wasn't going to do gaming. So I was like, I'll just do it on this extra computer I have. Why not? All of everything I have is new. The only thing I have is my mic, and I got it in 2017, built my rig in 2020. So my gaming rig is actually, how old is my rig? My rig is fairly new. I got it in, my rig is probably about that old, in 21. 2020 or 2020 or 2021. Because I bought it when I was still in grad school. My mic is older, but that's just because I got it when I was going to start streaming. So I think that's 2017. So it is a Yeti, but it's like the classic Yeti. Yeah. I had a laptop and then they broke it. I'm still disappointed about it. It's sitting on the floor. I need to try and reassemble it and see if I can't fix it beyond what the repair shop did. I got lazy and I didn't want to fix it myself, so I took it to a repair shop because it was old and the battery was swollen. It was a Microsoft Surface, and it required a heat gun to open, and I didn't want to bother, which is why I tried to pay a shop to do it, to replace the battery. And they, I don't know. You've got a blue snowball. Oh, those are so cute. Oh, it was actually paid for by a bunch of Twitch friends back in the day. I didn't understand Twitch, like, at all until recently. So like all I ever used Twitch for before was for like drops. And then when I started streaming, I learned that you should like network with people and get to know them and like interact. And Fox was the first person that I like really got to know and network. And I really enjoy her stream like immensely. And I've interacted with people there, and Arthur is another person whose company I really enjoy and I like watching his stream. And Rose is also a lot of fun to watch. And so, like, just this group of people has been amazing. And just hanging out with people has been the joy that I've found. Like, it's a great community. Like, Twitch is weird. Originally I always thought that Twitch was like a really cliquish group and that it was kind of hostile, but it doesn't seem to be that way, at least not with the small streamers. And I think that in part has to do with the TikTok community developing and fostering networking and grouping, because TikTok seems really friendly generally. I don't want to say that like with absolute, because I'm still super new to that too. I've only been streaming for about 4 or 5 months, and I'm even newer to TikTok. But the people on TikTok that I've met have been really friendly. It's been like generally like, hey, do you want to, network? Do you want to raid each other kind of stuff? It's never been like for like kind of stuff. It's always been like, hey, are you looking for people to raid? Are you looking for people to network with? I'm this kind of a streamer. Look me up. Kind of stuff. And it's all been really friendly. But Fox has just been so positive. And she's just been, and even though like, and by positive, I don't mean like bubbly. I just mean like open and, really just kind. And that really vibes with me. Because I know that we're all human. We're all going to make mistakes and things are going to happen. So streaming to TikTok is, so I've only streamed to TikTok 3 times so far. Because TikTok has weird requirements. And I don't have a large enough follower count in order to stream direct yet. And so I apparently got early authorization to stream there. And I have to stream, I guess, 3 times exclusively in order to get the ability to use mirroring. And then once I get authorized for that, then I'll be able to stream with like OBS using the OBS mirror feature. Oh, if you're concerned about that, you could always use like, what is it that I'm using? I forget. I'm using a plugin to do my subtitling, and you can use that to also auto bleep. It has a feature for that for swearies. I'm usually pretty sweary as well, but for some reason I do a fairly decent job when I'm on stream to not be super sweary, but I can also be pretty sweary then too. Yeah. So I so I I'm fully aware that you turned on your mic for Rival once and got warned about being nice. Oh. Oh, hey, hey, Els. I didn't even realize I got lost in the chat. I didn't realize it had swapped people. So yeah, so it's fine to vent. You just have to like it's those settings though. And you just have to know like to set it for the mature. You have to make sure to give the right warnings and flags. But also if you're going to do certain streams, you have to make sure like to put the precautions in place. So like if you're going to do those kinds of things, plugins manager, what is it called? Oh, local vocal. There we go. If you get local vocal, you can get it so that it also will beep out. There's a way, if I recall correctly, there's a way to set it so that it'll bleep out like bad words. So you can set it up for that too, so that it can also beep out the bad words for you automatically. Now, being, honest with you, it does put a little bit of strain on your graphics card, but it can do that feature for you. I mean, that's fair. I've always known that eventually, if my Twitch takes off and people utilize it for its intended purpose, across all continuum, like across all streaming platforms, I will have to start setting the maturity ratings because topics will start to broach those types of things. Because I know that some of the topics will be mature and rating. Like people will talk about, sexual content or M for mature ratings or potentially X ratings. Like it's likely to happen at some point, and I don't want to have that, issue. Yes, but right now it's a small enough community that I'm not super concerned about crossing those boundaries or borders, but it's more along the lines of once it's large enough and there's a lot of people passing through that we have issues. We also have small enough conversations that I can easily monitor. It's large enough conversations that the monitoring becomes difficult. Also, Als, this is Tico. Tico, this is Als. Just for introductions. Tico comes from Fox's community. Als is one of the moderators here. He's been around since, like, the dawn of time. He's my my youth ambassador. He's the one who taught me how to use the Ticken tokens. Quite literally, actually. I think Youth Ambassador has a more resume, ring to it. That way, if the stream ever blows up into a bigger thing and becomes popular and well, I mean, I started out with Stardew Valley, finished that. Slime Rancher, finished that. On to Cult of the Lamb, almost finished that. But as for what Als and I have played, that would be Overwatch. But oh, don't you lie. Don't you lie. You lie like a rug. You lie like a rug. We compared games and we have like nothing in common. Or at least that are cross-platform. Alice plays primarily on PS5, which is the problem. No, I was just giving you crap. So I blame Fox because Fox got me interested. So I dabbled in Rivals really briefly and then I uninstalled it. And then Fox was like, oh, we're going to play Rivals. And I was like, oh, I want to play with people. And so I downloaded it, installed it. And then I played that one time. And then Fox was like, I'm done with this. And I'm like, ugh. And then she moved on to Overwatch. And I was like, but I didn't want to go back to Overwatch yet. I was still on my boycott. Ooh, Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire isn't multiplayer, is it? Well, I know the second one is. I don't have the second one. I only have the first one. Poppy is immortal and will live for eternity. I mean, I would agree, but like I have Poppy's honestly doing fine as far as I can tell. I mean, well, I've actually been enjoying Overwatch. Marvel is so hard because there's so many different characters and so many different abilities. It's hard for me to wrap my poor little brain around all the different heroes and abilities and understand them all. At least with Overwatch, I have a frame of reference. I mean, I'm not an abuser, Als. I'm not an abuser. What are you talking about? Poppy's fine. Look, he's got a little halo on his head. He's happy. Tico, for reference, Poppy is like 700 years old. He is one of the oldest followers I have because he was the first follower. I would agree and disagree at the same time. Healing in Overwatch mostly sucks, but healing in Rivals also sucks, but that's just because I don't know how to use any of the healers except Jeff. Because all of the healers feel weird. And even when I use Jeff, I feel like I'm not healing very efficiently. Because all of the healing feels complicated and overly so. What are you talking about? Poppy is great. I rescued the mushroom head. I was researching mushrooms that lived in Spore Grotto, strange creatures, neither animal nor plant. They gave me menticide mushrooms, and then that's the last thing I remember. I can't help but feel that I have you to thank for something. You gave me loyalty. I will remain here and serve you. Please take this. Yay! And now I shall grant him immortality. Except I can't. Why can't I? Is it because he's old? Ew, Resident Evil? No, thank you. So, who was the last hero in Overwatch that they added? That you remember them adding? Oh, stop it. I am absolutely not. Someone today in the TikTok chat asked me if I was going to start playing in competitive, and I was like, no. Absolutely not. That's a hard no. No. Nope. That's a hard no. I do not need to get aggressive again about it. I used to get really angry and aggressive about it, and that was the reason why I stepped away from it, and I do not want to go there again. Ash is the last one that is stretching it. I was already on the way out when she got it. Okay. So you left before I did because Kiri, I'm trying to remember her name. Yeah. uh Kiriko was the last one added. I think, yeah, Kiriko was the last one added when I left. What, owls? Oh no, that is a big difference because after Ash was Baptiste, Sigma, Echo, Sojourn, Junker Queen, and then Kiriko. Can we get a pronoun plugin? I'll say I'm happy Overwatch is back because Rivals has some serious competition, and that's good for both games. I would agree. It is good competition. Pronoun plugin for Twitch, Discord, because Discord has it baked in. Send it on DC and I'll take a look. Yeah, I mean, Overwatch is giving Rivals a serious run for its money right now because Overwatch is huge in the Twitch charts. Because I was watching I was monitoring the Twitch index, and like last time I looked, Overwatch was really high up. 27,000 viewers right now versus, yeah, it's 10,000 viewers above Rivals right now. The only thing you like in Overwatch over Rivals is loot boxes. See, honestly, okay. My biggest complaint in Rivals is the menu is god awful. It is terrible. The menu system is so bad. It's confusing. I get lost. This, like, if you want to look at heroes and skins, you have to look in like 4 different places to look at them all. It's a mess. In Overwatch, if you want to look at things, it's basically in one place. But one of the things I need to do, yes, 80% yes, 20% no. There are a few skins in Overwatch that I think are fantastic, but they are few and far in between. They are very few and far in between. But the majority of the skins in Marvel are amazing. Like, it's like the reverse in Marvel. The majority of the skins in Marvel are so good, and there are very few that suck. Like, I feel like everybody loves the heroes in Overwatch. And I feel like if Overwatch had the skins from Rivals, Overwatch would just mow down Rivals in the grand scheme of things. Because Rivals, like, I don't know, Rivals, like, gosh, the gameplay in Overwatch is so good. Feel like there are too many menus? I don't know. The menus feel pretty normal comparatively. Like, the voice lines and everything. But the voice, it's optional with the voice lines. I feel the same could be said about Rivals, though, because if you talk about how, like, there are alternate modes for the heroes, and like you can switch between forms and whatnot. Because I just like, even just going into the menu system to look at the difficulty ratings to pick your hero, and then it's like, oh, you can't see the difficulty rating for this hero. This hero has 3 modes. And you're like, but I just want to pick a hero right now. Can I just see the difficulty rating for this hero? No. I just, like, I'm new to this game. Can I see how difficult Gambit is to play? No. Come on. You can't just tell me he's more difficult because he has multiple levels? No. Besides, is this your way of asking to play Marvel? Is that what you're wanting? Do you want to play Marvel? Or are you wanting to play Marvel Rivals? Optional, yeah, but it's a small beef, but a spray menu, an emote menu, and a voice line menu, etc. Some of which don't have an auto key. But yeah, that is a fair argument. Hanzo from Overwatch. So I'm gonna have to say, I mean, sure, but I mean, I have other preferences. See, I feel like I'm going to be alone in this one. Reinhardt. See what I mean? Probably not personally, no. Either my Google is not good or he looks a bit like Norman Reedus. It could just be the internet being terrible, though, because I'm not finding a lot of consistency in these images. Because they also can't decide whether or not he's like super gray haired or just epically jaw chiseled. What are we doing? And who is it's got to be downstairs. I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like someone's doing construction and they're doing a thing. I don't know. I wonder. Can I resurrect the mushroom guy that what's his face ate? No, it won't let me. Weak sauce. Oh, God. This just looks like short-haired Sephiroth, really. That is blonde rather than white-haired. I mean, really. But that could just be anyone's muscles. Like, they don't even have to be Leon's. I mean, sure, I guess. Dressing up the followers, making them look all pretty. Mwah, 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 mwah. Make me a golden egg. Yes! Golden egg for the win! And smash! So, Tico, what else do you play that is of the multiplayer variety? Single player, okay. Nothing wrong with that. I just thought I'd ask. Do you enjoy Phasmophobia, or is it just sort of a thing that you picked up? Hell yeah. Is that... I'm wondering if that's the one game that's... Yeah, that's... I think that's the one that... Casual mentioned. I think it was Casual. Well, if you're looking for people to play Phasmophobia with and you need someone, let me know. Feel free to ping me on Discord. And reach out. Because as of right now, it's not like I have a whole lot going on. I stream a lot, but it's not something I can't multitask because my stream is mostly chatty chat style, but it's a slower type game that I can like multitask with, and it's like non-critical, so like if I die it's not like oh no for me. So like I can definitely stream that. And I'm sure people would love to see me jump scare regularly. I'm sure owls would love to poke fun at me for that. Demonologist. I think that's the other one that I demoed at one point. And I think... I don't remember if that's the same one. No, that's not the same one. But that was another one that we were looking at one point. So I'm good. I just don't like startles. And that's my issue. And I get anxious about being startled. I love creepy. Like, that's my favorite thing. Like, I like horror films that do creepy well. I don't like being startled, though. And that's why I don't usually like those kinds of games, but I love teamwork. And that's why I like Overwatch and Marvel and like Phasmophobia. I love teamwork. I like working as a group. I like the communication. I like the idea of working together. And I just really jive with that a lot. See, I love paranormal stuff. It's the startling. And the only time the startle really happens, though, is when you get killed, which is why I think Phasmophobia I'm okay with. No, why? Oh, why? I don't want to. Oh, no. If when we die, it shows me how often I've watched the shitty paranormal movies like Paranormal Activity. Shame, shame, shame. I don't want to kill him. I know you're gonna be angry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But you wanted this. It's what you wanted, though. I'm so sad. Cook, cook, cook. I don't think I've seen the Paranormal Activity movies, now that I think about it. I'm actually relatively skeptical of watching horror films just because of how frequently they frustrate me in the fact that they rely so heavily on jump scares. Like, rather than setting up like actual horror, creepy, like fear, they're just like that. And I'm just like, you know, actually scare me. Don't startle me, scare me. Put in some effort, guys. Do the work. Oh no, that's just all movies. Everything needs to have romance and sex because it's cheap drama. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a prude either, but like it's just it doesn't need to be in literally everything. Oh, come on. Come on. No. He's right there. There we go. It's just because everything needs romance and sex because that's human nature. It's just natural. It's drama because, you know, natural. What could possibly be more natural than, you know, fear and horror and you know, it's reductive. It's really reductive and it's just been done. Right? Right. Exactly. They're clearly not thinking it out. like they haven't thought this through entirely. Like, oh, what kind of people would do this? Oh yeah, everyone. Duh. No, not really. Yeah, nothing like a rusty nail in the butt cheeks for the tetanus shot. Sounds like a good time had by none. I have no elderly followers, so it's useless. Ow. No. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Violence is not the answer. Only death. Death. Oh, that takes me back. And that would be a game I would love to play again. Have either of you played Black and White? Oh, missing out. It was a game by Lionhead Studios. It's an older game. Sure, we'll go with Gold Bricks. I mean, not like super old, but older. But you basically got to be a god. There was a sequel. Oh, did you fall down and go boom? Did I hurt you yet? So basically, a couple of months ago. Oh, I mean, it'd be cool if they were bringing it back, but so basically, you're a god, but you're basically just a hand, and you can be an evil god or a good god, and you get like an animal minion. And you have like an area of influence, and you get believers. And you can create miracles or acts of miracles, basically. It's got an interesting premise. I really liked it. But anytime one of your followers dies, the game would whisper, "Death." Which is why it still resonates in my head when people die. Like, that pops out of my mouth. Death. Because you can also sacrifice your followers, and basically it'll just be like, death, 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 death. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, you know that they make ways to play that, right? You're just lazy. Huh. NES or SNES? Because you might want to be sure. Because I just went to check. And I'm not seeing a SNES Felix. I am seeing a NES Felix, though, an NES version. But you may want to look into the different variations and make sure that it looks like what you're expecting. Did you like the movie? Oh, I loved the movie when I was a kid. I don't know why, but like the original Felix the Cat, like cartoons, never did much for me. But the movie, always loved the movie. I also liked the, well, this is probably going to date me, but I didn't like, I liked the Brave Little Toaster movie too, but not that there was a show about that, but I just saying, love the Brave Little Toaster. Oh, good. I'm glad other people remember the Brave Little Toaster. How do I only have one? How do I only have one? Which on DVD? The Brave Little Toaster and Felix the Cat, or the Felix the Cat cartoons? God, I still have VHS now that I think about it. Wait, there are 3 movies? I didn't know there were 3 movies. There are multiple movies. I did not know that. Huh. Well, look at that. Learn something new every day. Oh no. Okay, good. Apparently, they're getting ready to make a 4th. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I'm a furry. I'm just saying. It has nothing to do with Looney Tunes, Roger Rabbit, or anything like that. Nothing at all. Yeah, apparently, according to IMDb, there's a Brave Little Toaster Goes to China in production. It's in development, rather, with no date associated with it. I don't know. It's been a heck of a long time, so oh, I didn't realize that. Phil Hartman did the voice of the air conditioner. Oh, that's weird. There's a computer in one of them. I don't know how my brain will handle that. Ah, that's funny. They used Farrah Fawcett as the voice of the faucet. They're after my own heart. That's some good puns. Oh. I needed to go through that the normal way. Whoops. Okay, let's go a killing again. We're going for a smurdering. Ow. So, do you stream on a schedule or do you just stream as desired? That is a long shift. Ah. Okay, no, that's... Why? Other than just for funsies, I mean, like... Here I am saying it like it's crazy or egregious. I don't know. I just... I don't know. My brain immediately jumps to like, that's crazy, but pushing Twitch to its limits, I guess. Because isn't 48 the longest that it will do, and then you have to stop and start again or whatever? I don't know. I feel like it's a lot to keep going on the stream. Like, I could keep going, and it's one thing to just game and stream. It's another to continue to put on the mask. And not that I, like, pretend or anything, because my goal is to always be genuine. But I do always try to ensure that... Oh... You took 2 naps? Well, I guess that's different. I wasn't expecting that. And an AFK game? I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting continuous. Okay, that's different. Like, after watching Fox, I still struggle about whether or not I need to be taking breaks. Because I don't usually. My evening show is 4 hours, and I don't usually take breaks. I just go through it. And it's not like I power through it. It's just I don't usually take a break. Like, I don't think about it. It's not really intentional. It's just sort of happens. A mail truck game and crashed. The mail truck almost got it stuck between 2 trees. Self-care is important. So I don't. Al's be the one to tell you that I'm one to ask like hard questions sometimes, where like I'll just be frank, and sometimes I ask questions. And you are always free to ignore the question or press on or change the subject. You are never required to answer the questions. So I'm just going to be clear. Okay. Well, you seem like the kind of person that will just be frank with me. Do you struggle with self-care? Like knowing when to draw that line, or to make sure to care for yourself? And there's nothing wrong if you do. Okay. It's good to acknowledge that, and it's good to be aware of it. It's even better to know about it in advance, because then you can, if you can have the foresight and awareness to inform those around you, you can set up safeguards, which, given the awareness, the self-awareness that you seem to have, you may already have done. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It sounds like you might already have that in place with him or them. I don't want to specify, but it sounds like you have a lot of I don't want to say protocols in place, but you have some safeguards in place that may be helpful to you, and that's good. It sounds like it's hard working on yourself and working forward and kind of continuing to develop through issues and the state of things. And we just have to keep going day by day. We have good days, we have bad ones, it sucks, we move on. And it's the trouble that it is. It's shitty, but if we just keep putting one foot forward and we keep trying, that's all we can really do. It's not ideal, It'll never be perfect. But we just keep going. Because that's all we really can do, and that's all anyone really can ask of us. It's all I've ever asked of people, and we just keep trying. But it's okay. Even if it was self-destructive, at the time, it may be the best you could do. Sometimes it's what you had at your disposal. Sometimes it's all you could muster. It's not ideal. But if it's what you had at hand, it's what you had. It may not be perfect, but if it's what you could do, and it was the best you had, even if you think you could have done better, you can't change it. You can't go back and you can't fix it. So you have to accept it as what you did and what was done. Sure, maybe you could have done better. Maybe that's true. But if at the time you tried your best and you're aware that you tried your best, and maybe you could have done better. Maybe that's true, but you have no way of knowing what was and what could have been. You can't change probability or fate. There's no way of knowing. But at the time, you believe to yourself to be true that that was the best. You just do the best you can. It's hard. It really is. Life is a beast, and it's not fair, and it is not meant to be a race. It is a marathon. It is survival. It's the long game. It's about doing the best you can. It is. I've mentored a lot of people, and I have taken on burdens of a lot of people to help them through some of their hardships. Some of the best advice I can give is hope for the best, plan for the worst. And you only get one life. So fight for it. Work with it. You can't exit early, because if you do, you don't know what you could have done with it. So you have to keep trying. And so, yeah, I keep stumbling and I keep tripping and I keep fighting, because I only get the one. I only have the one life. And I don't know what the future brings. And so I hope for the best and I plan for the worst and I keep trying. And I still firmly believe that despite all of my belief in the scientific and that I am a scientist, I still believe that my life is cursed to be difficult and hard and complicated. And so I generally try to take on other people's burdens and problems, since my life is always going to be hard anyway, to make their lives easier. And that's why I do some of the things that I do. I try to make other people's lives just a little bit easier by taking on other people's problems sometimes. Oh, Your message did not alert me. I remind myself that a lot. Like, if anything I did as a teenager worked, I would have missed so much. Yeah, some of it sucked ass, but there's also so much good that I've gotten. I mean, I can't necessarily say the same. I've had to fight for everything. I would love to say that I have so many wonderful things and that my life has been a bed of roses. But the good things in my life didn't start showing up until substantially the later part of my life. But they came with their own, like, those lovely things are lovely, but the later part of my life also came with other problems and burdens. Not that those lovely things came with their problems, but the later part of my life also came with other problems. But that's just how life is, at least for me. I mean, not everybody's life is like that. I don't look at life like that. I don't look at it. See, I fear that you might be similar in that are you familiar with so I'm fairly certain you are familiar with Invader Zim. Because you seem roughly around the timeline. Okay. So the creator of Invader Zim is an artist known as Jonan Vasquez. He was originally a comic book artist who also had a series known as Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. Any familiarity with that? Okay, so Johnny the Homicidal Maniac was a satirical comic series based on the premise that Johnny is this weird goth kid who kills people. but he doesn't really understand why, other than he needs to feed the wall in his house with their blood. It's gory and weird, but as the story develops, he learns that he has to. He's driven to. And he hears voices, and it's sort of weird, and it's sort of crazy, and anyone who initially starts to read it thinks that it's psychotic. But as you read through the story, it comes to realize you come to realize that it's not psychosis, that he is sort of this being that keeps the walls of reality closed, that he is sort of this extra dimensional force that helps keep reality at bay, that he keeps the demons literally locked on the other side, and the only way to do that is to keep the wall wet. Now, it's not ideal, it's not great, and the way reality keeps him to do that and to keep him as a force of nature isn't nice, but that's what it does. It keeps him crazy, it keeps him fed in psychosis, and it keeps him killing people to feed the wall and keep it wet and to keep the demons at bay. And that's sort of the way I kind of perceive us. Not in the same psychosis or killing or bleeding and making walls wet, but in that all of the people that move around us in their normalcy, in their happy-go-lucky lives, doing the things that normal people do, all of the things that happen, that fall through the cracks, all of the bad things that would normally befall them have to go somewhere, have to fall on someone. And that's us. And in order for us to continue to move forward and to persist, we have to fight through it. We have to force our way through the burden. We have to dig through and fight through that unluck, through that negative force, so to speak. So-and-so was going to trip and fall. Instead, we trip and fall. And so we skin our knee, and we have to fight and deal with that pain and pick ourselves up. So I'll explain it to you in a little bit of a different way. I told you that I was going on medical leave for that surgery and I was going to get laid off. But what I didn't tell you is I knew I was going to. One of two things were going to happen. I'm neurodivergent, so I have a touch of the spectrum, but I've gotten very good at prediction, and not like I can see the future prediction, but like I can project outcomes and I can see things coming and see how things are happening. And so I saw how things were happening with, I worked for a government contractor. And so I knew with all of the things happening and the political machinations, and I saw how things were happening. And I knew that I was fresh enough in the company. I'd only been there for a few years, and that my division was how they were financially. So I knew that I was leaving for a 7 to 8 week medical sabbatical for my surgery. That the week before I was leaving, I packed up all of my personal belongings. I packed up everything that I personally had in the office, and I took it home for one of two reasons. I was going to die on the table, or that I was going to get laid off. Because I was having brain surgery, And I had a living will drawn up, and I had a medical proxy drawn up, signed and notarized, so that my partner had all of my assets and had all medical proxies, because I was either going to die on the table. And I packed up all of my belongings and brought them home, because either I was going to die on the table or I was going to get laid off. I knew one of two things were going to happen, because I knew one of two things were going to happen. Those were the two possible outcomes. I planned in advance, because that's how it works for me in my life. That's how it always works. Very rarely do I get hooray, sparkles, confetti. No. That isn't how it works for me. I knew layoffs were coming. I knew with 100% certainty they were coming, and I knew with certainty, since I was going in for surgery, things were going to happen. So I planned. I prepared in advance. And that's how I know things, and I prepare for things. I didn't want to die on the table, and I didn't want to lose my job, but one of the two things were going to happen. So we can prepare, but we can't necessarily negate. We can't stop it from happening, but we can sort of brace for impact. We can sort of ameliorate the damages. Like, we know that we're going to have issues, but we can sort of offset it. Like, we know we're going to have problems. We know that we're going to eventually have car crashes, so we can have toolkits. We can have fix-a-flat. We can have a spare tire. We can make sure that we always have these things. We can't stop them from happening. There are people who are going to drive hundreds of miles an hour and will never have broken bones. Like, I know someone who drives like crazy and never gets tickets. Like, it just never happens. But that's the burden of it. Like, you can go one of two directions with it. I choose for preparation. It does become burdensome of in itself, though. I'm not going to lie. The preparation does start to overtake me sometimes, where I become overly cautious, and it starts to become a compulsion at times. My worry starts to be problematic. I check the lock on the front door before I go to bed at night, unless I was the one who locked the door. There are certain things that you have to let go of, though. There are certain things. So, like, on an airplane, like, I have no control over the airplane itself. But when I pack my carry-on, I make sure that I have the things that I need for me. I have hand sanitizer. I have disinfecting wipes so that I can wipe down my personal space. I have a mask. I have things for me to entertain me, to distract me. I have earplugs. Well, earplug now. Things like that. No. That is an absolute hard no. That That's how someone gets hurt. That's absolutely a hard no. See, when I lived in a house, we weren't so particular about like locking the door when people were in and out of the house, but in the apartment, yeah, no, we locked the door. See, I'd probably be more like that if I had a car these days. I don't have a car currently. Because I sold it to get to my job that I don't have anymore. Well, that dog is fired. Oh, that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, my partner has a car. He bought it like a year before we moved up here. I had a car. I sold it to basically finance our move up here. But it also wasn't going to make the drive. And we moved into a place close enough for me to walk to work, but yeah, I could buy a car right now. If we end up having to move across the country for my next job, I don't want to buy a car and have to move it over there, only to have to, like, you know, if we have to move across the country, I could just buy the car over there. So I'd rather just wait to find out where I have to work before having to buy a car. I mean, it would be a convenience because I do occasionally have to go places, but I try to just work with the fact that when he gets home, I use his car, but it's not like I have a life. I mean, I moved far enough away from where we used to live that, like, I don't really have any local friends. I don't have anywhere really where to go other than doctor's appointments and the pharmacy from time to time. So, like, I sit at home and I don't do anything right now. So it's not like I have anything to do or anywhere to go. The only thing I occasionally do is go to the work support groups. So, and there's a woman who's really nice and is willing to take me when they're not local enough for me to walk to. See, that's the one thing I really, really hate about, like, the US is that, like, the way we've designed our shopping system is that everything is so far away. Everything is far away. There's nothing like right around the corner really here. Everything is like 20, 30 minutes away. You can't just go down the street really. I really miss where I used to live. We had a Wawa that was like not really walking distance per se, but maybe a bike ride away. I'd take traffic noise. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. I wouldn't take traffic noise. I have noisy neighbors right now, and if traffic noise would be like equivalent to that, I wouldn't take it. Not at the levels that I'm getting right now. Like, where I used to live wasn't a small town, but like I still, it was. I don't know. I still feel kind of spoiled to a certain extent. I love where I live now. And I don't want to move if I can avoid it. I just also don't know how the job market here is going to be, if it's going to be at all, ever. Because it's kind of a hot mess. More elderly peoples. Okay, once more with feeling. This time with more murder. Death. Deal damage to all enemies. What is the one I have to do now? Gain 8 seconds of invincibility. Based on the amount of tarot cards you hold, chance to gain diseased hearts. Cool. Sure. Choo-choo. I don't know. What's this way? Choo-choo. Ooh, that's a diseased heart. I'll take it. Double fervor. Hooray. Oh. I was gonna say. Harvest bonus. Hooray, I guess. In case I wanted more resources. Fast track. Through the grapes. The creepies. Pop. Popped all of them. Poppity pop. Smoosh. Sit down. Whoop. Oh, you're back. Did you have a nice little break? No? Well, did you learn your lesson then? No? Well, I don't know what to tell you then. Uh, Go big or go home? Uh, ooh. What am I using right now? Just a base. I'll take the poison. Poison for the win. Ow. More relics. I guess that's good. Yay, alcohol. Need more hops, I guess. Oh, so many directions to go here. Well, that's not helpful. I don't want any of those guns. All those guns are useless. Poison all active enemies. Well, that is also useless. Ah, we gathered here, the four of us, a council of war, and I, the general. I have not forgot. I did not tell them that chains to bind a god must be forged of godly matter. What matter of gods? What matters to gods? I have not forgot. The betrayal of kin, the breaking of spirits, blood spilled, his and ours. The sacrifice of what had sacrificed so much for. What's the lightning brain? It's my lightning brain. It's me having after effects of migraine. It's just an indicator that I might have some cognitive impact. Oh, how sweet. His little brain pan turned to flowers. Whoa, who fighting? Why? What? Where? Who's fighting? I don't know why people were fighting all of a sudden. Come on, I was in the middle of healing people. Why am I walking with you all of a sudden? Oh, what's going on? Oh dear. It was here the bishops cast the chains that bound me, where they condemned me to be forgotten to rot. I will not bore you with some long speech of betrayal or accusations over whose sins were greater. Millennia have passed. The world moves on. You have ensured this. We have been usurped and changed. Death is but a change after all. You and I know this. Lamb, your work has been adequate here. Narinder's Claw. Kill all non-boss enemies. Well, nice. Well, that was nice of you. Now that you've hindered me youthing someone. Well, since you were unproductive... Oh. Oh. Well, since you were unproductive, would you like to play some Overwatch? Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, I only have about 30 minutes left of the stream anyway. I figured I would at least check first before, you know... No worries. I figured I would check, although I may play anyway because I need a break from the lamb. I saw. No, I just get email notifications. No, I just get email notifications. There's nothing fancy about it. Okay, I was gonna say, it should have shown up. Probably squeeze a round or two in.
Choose your map.
Sure.
Welcome to Renaissance.
Can't say that I remember this map,
Select your hero.
so I don't know if I've been on it yet. Yeah, that's the big issue, is that damage just takes forever.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you.
Got a few tricks. I've got a few tricks. 5, 4, 3, 2, got a few tricks. 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds. Got a few tricks. Damage increase.
Checking in.
I take care of my friends. I've got a few tricks.
All right, let's see if I can actually manage this.
Scaling up. I've got a few tricks.
Enemy over here!
What's up?
They're attacking me.
Objective unlocked.
Nope. Well, that was unfortunate. I was hoping to push in to go get that Rhine back up, but nope.
Zeit für einen neuen Plan.
finishing them off.
Oh, this will just take a moment.
Thanks for the touch-up.
Feeling more powerful?
All right. We got some hefty picks.
Angel at your shoulder. I need some help.
Here it comes. Dusting off. Over there.
Let's get this barricade moving.
Commencing the punch. Everyone push! The lead is almost ours!
All right. Oh, that's not healthy.
Fire.
Continuing to push.
Nope.
Right fire.
Nope.
We have taken the lead.
Nope.
They're taking the robot. On the move.
Ow, it hurts, and it needs to stop being so painful.
My skills are still needed. I am here to support. We can't let them take the lead.
Uh-oh, they're pushing.
Back we go.
Duplicating mode. They're pushing ahead.
No, come on. Why? I mean, I know I was way out of position, but damn.
Escorting the robot. All systems on optimal levels.
Angel at your shoulder. Nerf this.
Let's kick this off. Bob! Do something!
I can feel something.
Nope, I'm so boned. And I just got back. That's one of my biggest issues with this is like having to run all the way back.
Ich sollte schnell zurück.
Scaling up.
You call it?
Yeah, with no sprint.
The enemy is moving the barricade. Stop them. Boosting your damage.
Robot's ours.
Stay behind me!
Gaining altitude.
Treatment ongoing.
Please accompany.
This should be beneficial.
Needs more padding.
Enemy over here. Enemy coming on board. Over here. Right side. No. Take reader. Let me take a look.
The robot is ours!
Almost there.
Pushing ahead!
Onwards to victory. An deiner Seite.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
So close. Push the barricade.
For the Crusaders!
Pushing towards victory.
Get out of my face.
Forging ahead.
Functions at peak power. Duplicating Henry.
Not on my watch.
I'm on fire! Time to get to work.
Capabilities max.
Dusting off.
I can fix that. Checking in. Healing stream connected.
Man. I was just trying to do my job.
Team kill.
Oh, man.
Cypher non-plan.
Crusaders!
We have the robot.
Oh, they weren't on point. Look at that. We win.
Play of the game.
Crusaders!
That actually went pretty well. What's going on with your sleep? Brain low-key hates you. Your brain low-key hates you all the time. Like, high-key. What are you talking about?
Now arriving at Phoenix.
Oh, I get to DPS. I mean, that's not terrible, I guess. No, I don't Widowmaker. That's not happening. Oh, I guess what I was gonna go is not available. You are just asking me to get into trouble.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
My time to shine.
How's it going?
I don't Genji, I don't Widow. Soldier 76, yes, but I was playing that earlier, so
Eyes on the bad guys.
I was looking to diversify a little bit.
The objective is now.
Thank you.
Heroes never die.
Don't tell anyone. The pleasure is mine.
Calling in the fever. Back in action. Nerf this. Take cover.
Let's go.
No! Too much damage all at once. No good. He's bad.
Oh, I'm ready.
That fire wasn't right for me.
She's gonna blow.
Over there. There.
Can't keep a bad lad down.
It's high noon.
Here's the point.
Fide mal suyo!
Reverse the tide.
Heroes never die.
That's my objective.
Fire in the hole!
Triple kill. Best round. One.
Oopsie. I blowed him up. Sleep is bad. I got half an hour last night, none the night before. I hope you're not going back into the same situation as last time.
I promise to take this one serious.
Anyone thirsty?
I read you.
Hi. Thanks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
We've got one more round. We best.
I'll find them.
Oof. I mean, yeah, it's weird, just like last time. Weird.
Scanning. We are outnumbered. Take heed. Wolf marks his prey. Wolf stirs within. You can't hide.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Don't like that they have a widow.
Scanning.
On the objective and ready for action.
Heroes never die.
Nerf this.
I'll I'll find
My prize.
witness the flame of my soul.
Thank you. I'm ready to initiate self-destruct sequence.
My ultimate is ready.
The wolf awakens.
She's gonna blow.
No! Activating self-destruct sequence. Come here, Toki.
They must not take the objective.
Thank you.
Oh, come here! Take your
Still got a double on him.
Round 2 lost.
Oh.
Score 1-1.
I'll go back to Junkrat.
Dynamite out.
I saw you on a wanted poster with a cute guy.
Tell me I don't mean Cassidy.
Ew, no! The tall one with the little hat.
Oh, Bob. I'll tell him you said hello.
G'day, mate.
She's gonna blow. 5, 4, 3,
Oh, it cooking with gas.
1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
If we succeed here, we will be victorious.
Annyeong.
Sniper, don't get caught.
Over there. Over there.
The objective
Tagging in.
speed strong. Major pack unlocked.
Record.
This will just take a moment. Thanks.
How dangerous. Ooh, can't wait. They're numeric.
No, Mercy.
I'm going back in.
Hey! Hiya!
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Bob's taking.
Oh well. No biggies.
Play of the game.
Well, that's going to be it for this evening's show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure you take care of yourselves and those around you. And as always, I'll be back. Today is Thursday, so I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care. Bye.